Commander Zavala needs
Hydrogenesis.
the Vanguard united again. While he prepares for the assault on the Almighty, we're going to find Cade and Ikora. Luckily, we picked up an odd signal from Cade's ghost. It's being boosted somehow from a centaur called Nessus, which is strange. Centaurs are really just big rocks in the outer reaches of the solar system. There should be nothing there.
They're also a mythical man horse. Centaurs. Looks like Venus. I
So
wonder
much
if
for
there's
nothing
Vex.
being here. Let's get to high ground so I can pin down Cade's location.
Loop. Guess we jump downhill.
Here we go. Tracking Cade's signal now. I think I'm getting something.
In over my head. Vex trap. Wilson?
Vex trap? What is Cade getting us into this time? Something around here is blasting that signal into space. We find that something, we'll find Cade.
Oh, Cade. Always getting into trouble.
There. The signal's coming from that wrecked ship.
There's a gold treasure chest box somewhere over here. I don't remember where it's at. Here. Where are you, box? Maybe it only shows up when we come back area. But I know there's a gold treasure chest over here somewhere. Hmm. Alright, well, I'm not gonna look for it. Not too worried about it.
Hello. Are you here to rescue the Cade 6?
Mm-hmm.
Whoa, you're not Cade.
The Cade 6 is currently caught in a teleportation loop. He's over there. Whoop. Now he's over there. Whoop.
He's moving? Well, that's complicated.
I can help you. But I'm gonna be super unpleasant about it.
I'm sorry. What?
I have uploaded his new coordinates to you. Against my better judgment.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, maybe it shows up after we come back this way.
May I help you with anything else?
Yeah. Are you okay? You sound a little off.
I am the Exodus Black's failsafe. Call me failsafe. I boosted the Cade 6's signal in hopes he would be rescued. And look, here you are.
Oh, I see. She's just an AI. A malfunctioning AI.
I heard that. At your service.
Centaurs are supposed to be just giant icy rocks. How did all this happen?
A robotic alien entity called the Vex have achieved 92.014% conversion of the Centaur Nessus.
Alright. So there is Vex, like we thought.
Cade!
Someone
What's
there?
up, Cade?
Listen, don't ask me how this happened. I don't have time to explain what I don't have time to understand.
Warning, the Vex will vaporize you.
The Vex can try to vaporize. That's the thing about Vex. Yet, betting it gets harder later. Look how it recharges my grenade just for as long as you're getting kills. Grenade recharge. That grenade's already full again.
So, Failsafe, what exactly happened here?
The Cade 6 attempted to manipulate the Vex portal system. He is now trapped in a non-linear loop. In my defense, I tried to warn him. His leg. Not that smart.
This is not going well.
Cade is a bit reckless, isn't he?
How long have you been here exactly?
Long enough to see the Vex convert this entire planetoid, kill all living organisms, reformat molecules, and digitize brain waves for further study. It's a fascinating process.
She sounds way too excited about that.
Platform! I love the platforming in the games. I have heavy. Yes, not considered a heavy weapon, is it? Might be. Sniper just gonna keep coming back, probably.
destroying
Oh,
the
well,
Vex.
text.
Much
Hold on.
better than my crew was.
I'm almost afraid to ask, but failsafe, what happened to the Exodus Black crew?
Only my captain can access those memories. And he's super dead.
Super dead. Not just regular dead, like dead.
The Cade 6 is just beyond that Vex gate. Please proceed.
Won't we get
You
stuck
can
like
scan
Cade?
that right down there.
Oh no.
In case you
My
didn't know.
judgment module is much more reliable than the Cade units.
Just pop up that, get there, and you can scan it. Gives you a little bit of lore, I think. Kind of cool.
We're through. We're okay.
Of course. The
Well,
Cade
we're not
6
dead.
is not far
Good.
now.
Not yet, at least. Gonna fall off one of these. I think it's a guarantee. And we go. Oh, respawn.
Hey, over here.
Hey,
Get me
there you
out
are.
of here.
What?
What's that? Is that a Hydra? Okay, yeah. No, handle that first, then me. Hey, you're doing great. Thanks.
Thanks.
Keep it up. Unless you're losing, then do better.
I'm not losing yet, but
Get it?
got it.
Not so much. I'm trying not to throw up in here. Good job. Now get over here before I disappear again. Quick, hurry, come on. I don't. You got that. Say you got it.
What's
Say
up, man?
something.
Fine, I'll say
Nothing.
it. We got it, Cade. Now, how did you...
Oh my cotton
I'm
socks!
bumming.
Did you not hear what I just said?
You bumming? Why you bumming?
This
I'm
stupid
guessing
download
this
is not done
is why
yet.
they don't like him
Oh
leaving the
yeah,
tower.
I told you there was an update, bro.
I did, and when I got home at 7 o'clock, I turned it on.
Oh, it wasn't done yet.
So it's got 20 minutes left.
Holy balls, man! It's only like a 5 gig download. I just completed that first part of the cave mission. I don't know where you were at yet. I'm trying to catch up to wherever you're at.
I don't know. I wasn't all that far, I don't think. I mean, I got to the new planet,
Yep.
and I was like jumping through. It looked like,
Doing some
you jump like
platforming.
in the platform jumping, and then I got to this one spot where there was like a big white gate around the one side.
Hmm.
And
You never
it
took
looked like
on
the
the
Nexus. I did.
Hydra.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. That's where I was at.
Yeah, that's who I
Where's
just
got
beat.
all-
your coordinates?
I,
Cade
yeah,
is stuck
that was
inside a
where I
Vex
was at
portal
last
system.
night.
Can
I
you help us
almost
find
had
the
him
power
beat,
source so we can get him out?
and then it
Oh
DC'd.
yes. By
Oh,
locating
that
the
sucks.
original
Server.
Vex teleporter the Cade unit
Right.
used,
So that's where I
you
was.
can
That's
get
where I
down
was
the
at.
loot and free him.
Okay.
I
Well,
can guide
yeah,
you
I
there.
just beat him, so I'll join you then
Okay, so we find this Vex teleporter and shut it down. Easy.
as soon as you're able to play.
It's going so slow.
You have dial-up, man. Your AOL
Facebook.
internet.
cable, man. I figured. I think it's because we got everybody's doing shit.
The wife watching Netflix and the kids watching YouTube.
Pretty much.
Ew, this looks like the stuff inside the Vex.
It's called radiolaria. You know, mind fluid.
Mind fluid.
Ikora says it's an organic compound, which means the Vex are not pure robot.
Lots of platforming here on Nessus.
Right.
Kind of annoying. What? Maybe some people like it, but not a big fan of parkour. Need to get a better gun. I should be one-shotting these harpies or herpes or whatever they are.
Right.
It would be different if they were like a yellow unit or something, but they're just red. 2 shots if you even crit them.
What could have possibly brought Cade to Nessus?
I know the answer.
1, stop listening in on us. 2, what's the answer?
The ghost is kind of a
Not to
bitch.
tell anyone.
Right.
Warning, Vex threat detected. They are blocking
Yeah,
your
there's
path
Vex
to the
everywhere.
Cade unit's teleporter. You will
Yeah,
have to
there is.
eliminate them.
Ooh. They snuck up on me. Oh. Throwing brain fluid. What's that?
I'm just looking at the scores from last week's game.
Oh, you're checking out my scores? That
No.
tore it up.
Yeah, you were good lead. It's a good.
Oh, you're talking about high school.
7th grade.
7th grade, not even high school.
We won 48-0 against Bertrand.
Heck yeah, man.
Elma beat Central, Montcalm 38-0. Freeland beat Chesneen 18-0. That chest name was the real deal.
I thought your
Owasso
wholesale
For seventh
destruction
grade?
of the
lost.
Vex would make me
Yeah.
miss my captain and crew
Owasso
less.
lost to Corona 0-34.
It did
Saginaw
not.
Township lost to Frankenmuth 0-34.
This is the
Frankenmuth
Vex
is fucking
teleporter?
good though. They're
Yes,
real
the
good.
Cade 6 will want it. You should pick it up.
Take
Bullock
that, you scrap
Creek
heap.
beat
Out, baby.
Hemlock
Out.
38-0.
Hey, where are
Shepherd
you?
lost to Ithaca
Hey,
42-0.
you got me out.
Swan Valley beat Millington
Where am I?
Cade unit,
28-14. New
you
Lothrop
are near
didn't
the
post a
remains of my
score.
reactor core. Welcome to the Exodus
Saginaw
Black, where all
Township
your dreams
1
come true.
beat Ovid LC 8-0.
Lothrop for high school is number 1 in the power ranking for District 7.
Seems like you've met my new friends,
New Lothrop
Failsafe,
is?
and her evil twin, Failsafe.
Which
Sweet.
is the evil one?
If I had feelings, they would be hurt.
And I'm going the wrong way. Not paying attention to that stupid little arrow.
Oh, yeah.
So every week, do the waivers reset?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, every week.
stupid, Shane.
Why?
Because, man. Shouldn't do that every week.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, it should be set. Like the waivers were
worst-
set from the okay, you take 1 week. Let's start off with 1 week, okay? Now the
Okay.
waivers are set, so you have 1 through 12.
Yep.
Now, if like the 12th person doesn't use their waiver, they should automatically move up.
Listen, it goes by whether you win or lose.
I know. I realize that, but
the worst team in the league gets first crack at a player to make their team better.
I understand that. But if one person uses a waiver every single week, but he constantly loses, he's going to always stay that number 1 pick. Where if someone who doesn't use a waiver at all will never have a chance if he keeps winning to be able to pick anybody up.
Well, that's the way it goes.
That doesn't make any sense because
Sure it does.
injuries happen. And now
Injuries do happen.
if you are the number 1 person and you lose your star running back and you're trying to pick someone up in the 13th week and never use the waiver wire, you still are 12th in the standings, even though you've never used a waiver and the person in front of you have used 15.
They
That's the
won't
way it
let
goes.
any intel here.
That's saying it's stupid that way.
What a paradox.
I like it that way. I always think it's to make it more competitive. So you're an undefeated team who got unlucky and had your star running back go down, and then this guy that has won 1 game all year, you want to
But
go
it
draft
doesn't.
over
It doesn't
him?
have to be. It doesn't have to be one guy that hasn't won all year. It's just in general.
that.
Like now, there's no way for this person to continue to compete when your best player is gone, and you're pretty much just done because you can't pick anybody up.
Listen, all you can do is put in your claim. Whether you get it or not, you know. I put a claim in. I'm probably not going to get them, but I put them in there. You never know. And what if they mess up and put the wrong person? You know, that's the way it goes sometimes.
No, there should be a set waiver. That's the way it should. Where
There is.
no, not resetting every week. There should be a set waiver. That you use your waiver, you get moved to the bottom of the list.
You do get moved to the bottom of the list.
Just for that week. And then if you go and you lose again, guess what? You're at the top of the waiver wire again.
Well, that's what happens when you lose.
Like I said, it shouldn't be that way.
I think it should be that way. So right now,
how is that keeping it competitive when it's not making it competitive for a person that actually is doing good?
it is competitive because we're trying to make the weaker team stronger, so that there isn't blowouts every single week. One team is just weak, and if they don't use it,
so you want to
don't use it.
You want to make the weaker team stronger by making it difficult for the teams that are actually doing good.
Yeah, absolutely. So right now, you would be last in the waiver wire.
I am last. I am last. And if I don't use a waiver this week and I end up winning next week, I shouldn't be last if someone uses their waiver wire. I should move up.
Listen, and you might not be last.
If I play like I did this last week, I will be last. I mean, if everything works out the exact same, I would be last again.
If you scored another 158 points and nobody else scored that much, then yes, you're going to be last.
Right, I am going to be last again, even though I never used my waiver wire. I mean,
well, that's tough luck. That's all it is. Bummer for you. So Mike is the last place team. He scored 83 points. Worse than 83.08. Worse than Sean Saviors, who scored 83.26.
Right, I understand how you guys have it set up. I'm saying that that's garbage.
Well, that's how it's been for 15 years. And you're the first person that's ever complained about it. In 15 years.
Doesn't make it right.
It does make it right.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
Just because someone hasn't complained about it in 15 years still doesn't make it the way that it is to be right. That's like saying, well, since, slavery was right for a little while until someone complained about it, it must have been right.
It is the same in every single fantasy football league. Whoever's the worst
team.
No,
it's not. No, it's not.
It is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
How many fantasy football leagues do you play in?
It doesn't matter. Last one I played in, I won, and it wasn't like that.
That's the last of
How do you know what it was? When that was like 15 years ago, you played in one.
And I won it. So I think I would know.
Well, I play in the same Yahoo league. Same Yahoo one that was in that, and it's whoever's worse.
No, the waiver wires should have a set waiver wire. You use your waivers, you go down to the bottom. It doesn't reset every week.
I think it should.
Then there's still that chance that there's that person that keeps winning every single time, never uses his waivers. Okay, he's going to be at number 1, but he's not hurting nothing because he ain't picking anybody up. But it gives him the opportunity at some point when he actually does need it.
You could talk it to your blue in the face, and it's not going to change my opinion on how the waiver wire should be.
Well,
because I think that the worst teams
right.
should get the first. I think it is right. We'll agree to disagree then, because I think the worst team should be getting first crack at every single player, week in and week out. And once you take one pick, then you move down to the bottom, and then
right, and that's where you should be for the rest until someone in front of you takes another pick, not just reset every week.
You do reset every week.
It shouldn't. That's what I'm saying.
So you're trying to tell me that a team that is undefeated and never uses a waiver should have automatic first pick every single week until they use a pick?
Yeah.
That's what you're telling me?
That's what I'm saying.
That's stupid.
Why is that stupid?
Because what's the point of that?
He doesn't use it. It's not hurting you. It's still the exact same. Except for now you have the third and fourth person that never use their pick. They get to stay up there too.
Well.
And then if they need it, hey, guess what? They get to pick someone up instead of having to say, well, I guess I'm not getting anybody, and now I have to go without a spot, someone filling that spot, because the last place person can never get a good team. Or never get a team that they want. They keep picking up the ones that you want.
Well, that's the way it goes.
That's the way it goes.
Yeah, I definitely think the worst team, week in and week out, is number 1 on the waiver wire.
then
each
if they're
way.
week in, week out, number one on the waiver wire, always picking someone up, it's obviously not helping them, is it?
Right.
Okay, so maybe that one person might be able to help someone who's never picked up off the waiver wire. Maybe it could help them, but they don't ever get a chance because that number one person that always picks it up and always loses is taking all the picks.
Hope maybe the guy's not going to take the pick. You don't know who they're going to pick. It doesn't tell
More than
you
likely
who.
they will. That's why they're
Well,
sitting there on top of the waiver wire.
You don't know. You just don't know. I mean, who do you think is going to take somebody that you want? You just scored 158 points.
I'm not saying I want to pick anybody up. What I'm saying is that this rotating, it should be set after the first week and then continually go like that. If one person is the only person picking up off the waiver wire, then it's not going to matter who's above them, is it? But it may make a difference to the one person that's trying to do a good playoff push to be able to pick someone up instead of that person that's always losing constantly taking those picks.
I am a mess.
Oh, we know, Failsafe. We know.
That's the way it goes. If their team was so good, then they wouldn't be picking up players.
It's me. It's the Cade unit.
False.
We'll take Dave for instance. Okay.
Okay, let's take Dave. Yep.
Okay. He lost a receiver and he lost a running back, right?
Okay. Yep.
He's in the middle of the pack.
Yep.
Okay. So something that would help him would be to be able to pick someone up who he didn't pick anybody up off the waiver wire when it was first set out. So he would be pushed up to the top of the waiver wire, right? Because it was set. Say it was set from the very beginning.
Yeah, he was already the first person to have waivers.
Yeah, he would have been the first person to be able to get it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now that it's switched, he's like fifth or sixth. He scored fifth or sixth amount, or as far as the ranking goes.
Okay.
So he needs a receiver and a running back, but most likely he won't be able to get it because he's fifth or sixth, and the person that is last is going to pick up, and second to last is going to pick up something that he needs.
Possibly.
And he has a legitimate chance to make the playoff run. I mean, being the defending champion. But if he constantly hits the middle of the pack, he's never going to be able to pick someone up to make him competitive, which is now going to push him down to the bottom of the pack.
I would say that he doesn't necessarily have a legitimate shot at the playoffs because around 90% of the time...
He lost his starting running back and receiver.
Around 90% of the time since this league has started, whoever won the league did not make the playoffs the following year. Just the way it worked.
That's fine, but he doesn't have a chance now, is what I'm saying.
Well,
I mean, where he would have had the chance to be able to pick someone up because he would have still been at the top of the waiver wire. Now he's in the middle for no reason whatsoever other than he happened to score 100 and some points.
Well, he should have. That's the way it worked out. His team was good enough to score 100 and some points.
Which now he's not going to be able to score more than 70 because he can't pick up someone.
That's the way it goes. Who's to say that the person that got last place? Who's to say Mike is going to pick up anybody?
I'm willing to bet he does. I'm willing to bet he does.
You know how many people I picked up last year, and I was decimated with injuries. 2, Devontae Freeman, the second week, and
are those the only waivers you put in, or are those the only ones that you got?
Those are the only 2 I put in for. That's it. I put in for 2. Because am I going to pick a guy up that's predicted to score 1 more point more than what I got on my bench? No.
If you don't have anybody to fill that spot, then yeah, I think you would.
Who would I? I'm not going to pick up a guy that is predicted to score 1 more point than what I have on my team already.
And I said, if you don't have someone to fill that spot, you could. You have someone on the bench. If you don't have someone to fill that spot, you would pick someone up, right?
Well, if he's on my bench, then he's going in my lineup.
But you don't have someone to pick him up. Say you didn't.
Why wouldn't I have somebody pick him up? I've got 15 people on my team. I could drop 1.
Okay, now you're getting into the waivers, though. You were talking about if you had someone to fill, then you wouldn't pick someone up. What happens if you didn't have someone to fill, and you needed to pick someone up?
I guess I don't know if I needed some. I mean, I don't need anything.
Yeah,
I mean,
don't. You don't right now. You don't need anything. But there's a chance that, say, Dave does, but he's not going to be able to pick up someone to make him competitive now that he gets pushed to the middle where he should have been at the top.
Bummer for Dave. I mean, that's the way it is.
That doesn't make it. That doesn't make it more competitive, though. Giving the last place person the first pick.
It does make it more competitive.
No, it doesn't. It leaves that last place person constantly trying to improve while making everybody else worse.
If you take that worst team and give him the best opportunity to pick up the best player, the worst team becomes better because they just picked up the best player.
And then the other three people that needed just became worse. So now how is that making it competitive? Because you just made 3 people worse to make 1 person better.
I made the worst team better, and that was the point.
But you made 3 of the middle teams even worse that are now no longer competitive.
They are competitive because they're still in the middle. How are they not?
They're in the middle now, but they lost people and they can't pick anybody up because it goes to the first place person every single time. Instead of having a set waiver to allow other people to be able to have that first choice.
Listen, the same person isn't always in last place, and the same person isn't always in first place.
The majority of, I would say the majority of the time, you're going to have the same teams at the bottom of the list.
Well, I would say you're wrong. You're wrong. Because there was from the last place team this year was completely the worst team out of the entire league. He won 2 games last year. The very next 5 teams that played in the league were all within 1 game. And then the last 4 teams in the playoffs. I mean, that's pretty damn competitive. So there was 1 team that was absolutely horrible, and that was Vaughn last year. And he didn't pick up anybody anyways. I mean, I think you're going way too crazy with all this right now.
I think these guys are just thinking of a different reasoning. I mean, yeah, the last place person that does the worst that week is definitely going to get first waiver wire, but why not keep a set waiver wire? Why not? Why not allow someone who hasn't used the waiver to stay on top of it? That doesn't necessarily mean they're going to use it, does it? And that still leaves that person that usually picks them up able to pick them up, right?
No.
How does it not do that?
Because it's easier to do it that way.
It's easier to do it what way? Reset it every week instead of just leaving it as a rolling waiver wire?
Absolutely.
How? How is that easier? Having to go through every single score every single week and decide who's what and where they go on the waiver wire when you can just have a set waiver wire. One person uses it, they go down to the bottom. Next person uses it, they go down to the bottom.
The computer does it all.
Okay, and you can't set it up. You can't set it up that way. To have the computer do it all that way.
This is the way it is.
I realize that, but if you want something changed, aren't you supposed to bring it up?
You could bring it up, but it's not going to get changed. That's the way everybody likes it. You're the only person that's ever said anything that didn't like it.
Hey, you probably want to
it won't get changed. I mean, I can tell you right now, it's going to stay that way.
My beautiful, beautiful horn.
And you look at the transactions, and people pick up multiple people every single week.
It's us.
And it ain't no different.
No, it wouldn't be any different. It still wouldn't be any different if you did it this way. It just gives a person that doesn't use the waiver wire an opportunity to get someone if they need them.
Well, if you're winning, you don't need them as bad as somebody that's losing.
That's false, man. That is so false. Just because you're winning doesn't mean you don't need someone.
Well, then you get to pick somebody that isn't necessarily as good as who you wanted in the first place, and hopefully...
Which then makes you uncompetitive again. Okay, I get it. I mean, yeah, make the league more competitive by making other people not competitive.
Well, I don't see it like that. I see it. You have what you have, and you can pick up. You put your claim in just like everybody else for whoever you want, and either you get them or you don't.
And how would it be different if you did it the way that I'm saying, and still allow someone who doesn't use a waiver wire the ability to pick up that waiver when he actually needs them?
Because it doesn't matter if that person uses it or doesn't use it. The waiver wire is designed for the worst placed team to pick up players to help their team better. That's
The
what it's
waiver
for.
wire is designed so that someone doesn't add drop in order to keep other people from picking up players, not specifically for just the last place person to make himself better.
I guess you're the only one that's feeling like that. No one's ever said anything like that about a waiver wire. I'm learning right now anyway.
So you have no problem being, say, the last waiver wire and then losing 2 guys and not being able to pick up someone to make your team better. And now you're not going to make the playoffs.
I'm number 8 in the waiver wire. I just checked.
Yeah, right now. But that wouldn't
Right
bother
now.
you at all. That wouldn't bother you at all.
That's the way it goes.
That's perfectly fine for you.
And also, if you're going into the playoffs, only the playoff teams that are
It has nothing to do with playoffs.
are not going to
It has nothing to do with playoffs. It has to do with right now. Say right now, you are 1-0. You have a good shot at, being very competitive in the league. You lose 2 players, but you constantly score high, and you win your games. Now, you go to pick someone up, but there's nobody there for you to pick up anymore because you're constantly at the bottom of the waiver wire, and now you are going to not make the playoffs. That's fine with you.
Well, if you're not going to make the playoffs,
Now you're not because you weren't able to pick anybody up because you were always scoring high before your guys got hurt.
I fail to see how week 1 is
This is just hypothetical, Shane. It has nothing to do with what's going on right now. It's hypothetical. You're okay with that. You're perfectly fine with that.
Perfectly fine.
Okay, you're perfectly fine with having to lose because you're not able to pick anybody up that's worthwhile on the waiver wire week after week.
Absolutely.
You have
Okay.
saved us. Updating my crew log. New captain registered. Welcome aboard, Captain.
And you consider that competitive.
I do. If I'm winning, I'm winning. I'm winning.
But you won't be
That's the way
winning
it goes.
anymore. You were winning. You're not going to anymore.
Who's to say? I know you don't know if I'm going to win or not.
Yeah.
Down.
Nobody knows.
So it's true.
Do you not know?
The light found its way.
I mean, if I lose a person that gets hurt, they have a
Not that
backup,
I'm
right? I have to try to pick up her backup.
But take it easy.
But the
Right?
person in front of you that never has a good team sees that, hey, you know what? This guy just went down. I'm going to pick that guy up. And
Okay.
first, next person's like, well, I've seen this guy go down. I'm going to pick him up. Now, you have nobody to fill the spot,
Well, then I'll have to pick up whatever's available. That's what goes.
which is basically nothing. Someone that's going to get you 2 points a game.
You can't do this
Well,
alone.
hopefully my guy gets
And you're
back.
okay with that because that makes you competitive.
Even if you manage
Well,
to kill Gaul,
listen,
when the Red Legion leave a
that's the way it
system
goes
defeat
sometimes.
or victory, they leave nothing behind.
The Cabal are bad guys who do bad things. Yes, I get it.
I'm sorry.
I mean,
but
I
do
don't
not
think that I'm
you
going to
do.
be in a position
The
where I have to
Cabal
worry about
literally
1 week
leave nothing behind.
where I got a
It's
guy
not
that
1
injured
week,
another
Shane.
guy that...
It's not 1 week.
It
Say
is
next
1
week, you lose 2 people, but you scored a high point. And you won.
Okay.
And now you're at the bottom of the waiver wire. And the 2 people that lost pick up the 2 replacements that you lost. Now, who are you going to pick up? Nobody. There's nothing left.
You know what? Injuries happen every single day,
It
Josh.
does, but now you are no longer
every day.
competitive. But you just, I guess it made
For a week?
those other people.
For a week?
Yes. We
What do you mean for a week? You just lost 2 players. That's 2 players. They're gone. They're out for the
Okay,
season.
they're
They're
gone.
gone. That's for the rest of the season. Not just a week, the rest of the season.
The rest of the season. So you mean to tell me now I'm
Injuries
always gonna,
happen.
No, I'm not going to be at the bottom of the waiver wire every single week, Josh. If I end up losing, then I move up in the waiver wire, and then I have an opportunity to pick up better people.
Yeah, you just lost your 2 running backs. Gurley and Howard both got hurt.
Now I got to pick up 2 running backs.
You got to pick up 2 running backs. But since you scored high and you won in that last week, you're at the bottom of the waiver wire, and the people at the top decided to pick up your backups. Who are you going to pick up?
That's what. Then I'm going to have to pick up somebody. I mean, I'll have to
There's
pick up whoever I
nobody,
got.
Shane. There are no running backs for you to pick up right now. There are none.
Not a single
Ask
one.
anybody that's looking for a running back. Ask Dave who he's picking up. Because he also lost one.
Then you make a trade. Trade somebody.
Who's going to trade?
You must be Cade's friend.
Offer me
I
something.
am Failsafe.
No, I don't want nothing. I'm just making this as speculation.
Going to IO. Should you
Okay.
return, I will be
But look
happy
at
to
it this
assist
way,
you in
okay? You lost
researching the
those two
Vex.
players, right?
We could
Okay.
steal
And
their
right now you are
stuff.
what on the waiver
That
wire?
was a joke. Stealing is wrong.
8.
Usually.
Okay, so say
But the Vex
2 people
are
above you
alien robot monsters.
ended up picking
Standard
someone up
moral
off the waiver
parameters
wire.
do not
That would move you
apply.
up to 6 for next week.
It's not murder.
Now next
Okay.
week you lost your 2 receiver, your 2 running backs.
Visit me again.
You have a better chance of being able to
Everyone
improve
I've
your
ever
team
known is
because you're
dead,
not pushed back
and their
all the way down to the
bones
bottom
are
for winning.
dust.
You're still
I
at
am
6
very lonely.
because you
This
didn't
is, I'm
use
gonna-
yours.
And you're assuming that I'm going to get beat?
No, this is hypothetical. What are you talking about, dude? This is all hypothetical. Right now,
All right,
you are 8th.
listen, one,
Right now,
two,
you say
three,
you are 8th
four,
on the waiver
5,
wire.
6, 7.
Hypothetically, this next week, you lose both your running backs for the season. Gone.
Okay.
Right?
All right. Yep.
Someone tomorrow,
There's 8. Okay.
8 people above you, someone tomorrow uses the waiver wire above you. Say 2 people. Say 2 people
Right.
above you use the waiver wire, which
Okay.
would move you up to 6, right?
Yep.
Okay. Now, this next week, you end up playing really well. Your 2 guys get hurt. They're out for the season.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And your waiver wire is 6. But you win, you score well, you're going to get pushed back down to, say, 8th or 9th for your waiver wire, according to your
Yep.
guys' system.
Yep.
But according to my system, you would still be at 6 because you didn't use your waiver wire, which allows you a better opportunity to pick someone up to improve your team
As
and keep
say,
you
Miss
competitive.
Howard, I am happy
You understand what I'm
to assist your
saying?
research.
I
My
get what you're
data
saying,
stores
Josh. I just don't think
whenever you
that.
have need of
I don't
them.
like that. I don't.
Okay, so now basically the way that you're doing it is if this hypothetically happened,
Mm-hmm.
you will most likely not win another game because you lost your 2 best running backs and there's no one to pick up because the people above you got them.
And, okay.
But that
But
doesn't make
who's
you
to say that-
competitive. The only thing that does is add to the people in front of you. That doesn't make you competitive. That makes you less competitive.
That is the way it goes, Josh. Because that guy that you just picked up, or the person that allegedly just picked up this backup, could suck balls, and you weren't going to want him anyways.
Okay, that makes sense, but he's still going to be the one playing. He's still going to be the one getting the points where you have no one to put there.
There's always guys, week in and
Guys that'll
week
get you
out,
2 points, Shane, not to keep you competitive.
that score plenty of points. It's a
No.
PPR. Listen, it's a PPR and you don't score points with your running back anyway. It's a bonus if you get running backs that can score you 15 or better. It's a bonus. But all you need is a running back that's going to score you 8 or 9 and you're going to be just fine. Because all the points are scored with quarterback, wide receivers, and tight ends.
These Vex, they're building something.
Calculating probabilities.
That still
Yes,
defeats the
they
purpose of
are.
trying to keep things competitive by not allowing someone the opportunity to use his waiver as he fit
Well,
and resetting it every
eventually-
single week.
listen, eventually if you keep losing, you're going to be down and be number 1 anyways. And then you'll be able to pick whoever you want up.
Thing. You're not seeing this. Like, eventually,
I-
it doesn't
I-
matter when there's not someone to pick up. I mean, eventually, it doesn't matter if there's no one to pick up.
There's always somebody to pick up, Josh. Every backup has a backup, man. And
That doesn't
you know what?
play.
It does. Listen, and it does suck because, all right, he lost David Johnson. That sucks balls because you know what? He's probably the best fantasy running back in the game. You're not going to be able to replace him with a backup player. You're not going to.
You're right. You're not going to be able to. But had
Okay, so
he,
to say, oh,
had
okay,
he,
okay, you get
no,
to pick
but
up
had
his
he
backup.
been able to
Oh,
keep
no.
his, had he been able to keep his waiver wire, you would have been able to pick up David Johnson's backup. Which would have kept him competitive because he would have been picking up someone who is actually going to be getting the touches.
Okay, but okay, say he gets the touches and he does jack shit.
At least he
Nobody
had
else-
the opportunity to do it.
Every person has the opportunity to do it. There are 4 running backs in the Giants team that get equal share amount of touches. Pick one of them up. I mean, he could lose Le'Veon Bell tomorrow, and you're not going to be able to replace the stuff that he does on the field with a backup.
No, but when you don't get anybody even remotely get like any touches, you're not going to be able to get his backup. You're not going to be able to get his backup's backup. It takes away any kind of credibility that you had to be competitive.
I get it, but you know, there's also same dude didn't have an opportunity. I never had an opportunity to draft Le'Veon Bell or David Johnson, so I had to build my team off of some other things. You know, it sucks that he built his team off of 2 running backs. It really does, and that's what happens when you draft them, and that's who you picked up, and you're relying on these 2 guys to carry you. Bummer for you.
Right, but your whole argument was because you want to keep everybody competitive, but you're not doing that. You're constantly making one person not competitive.
I'm making the worst team at the league at that time better. That's what I'm doing. I mean, if you're winning and you're barely winning,
Well, we slowed them down.
you know what? That's the way it goes.
What do computational
At least you're winning.
processing speeds matter for Vex? Answer suppressed.
And just like you were saying, that those people are not going to pick up the same amount of points that the other person would, right?
You know.
So that
Absolutely.
last person, even though they picked up that backup, is still not going to be competitive. But the person that lost the starter could use that backup and still be competitive. And basically, you just play to hope your guys don't get injured.
That's pretty much fantasy football, man.
No, there's no studying. There's no, trying to figure out what's the best matchups. It's just, hey man, hope your guys don't get injured, because you're pretty much screwed if you're a good player.
Pretty much. Nobody knows when somebody's gonna get injured, man. So that's
I know you can't.
That's
That's the point why the rolling waiver wire would be better, because you can keep that person that is competitive already at least somewhat competitive compared to constantly throwing money down a hole.
Well, I think that that's the way that it should be. And you think it should be a different way? That's cool too.
Do you at least understand what I'm saying, though? I mean,
I absolutely makes perfect sense.
what I do. L2. I don't even know what I'm doing. Are you still downloading?
No, I told you I was in.
Why did you join me?
You said you were gonna join me.
No, I said create the party and then join me when you get in.
We're in a party right now.
Join my game, not join the party. But I'll join you now.
I just rescued Cade.
Okay, I'll join you. Just cleaning my inventory out. Yeah, I don't think it's a bad thing to want everybody to improve, but I don't think taking away one person that is already good to improve that person that's at the bottom that it's not really going to help anyway. I don't know.
And you're gonna see 9 times out of 10 that last place player could give 2 shits less about picking up that person's backup.
You know, that may be too. You know, I'm like I said, it's just I think that if you would give everybody equal opportunity rather than constantly giving it to the person that is constantly bad, or the few that are constantly bad. It would give people reason not to pick up things on the waiver wire. Like, there would be no reason for me to use the waiver wire at this point because I don't have any need for it. But since I know that it's going to reset, I might as well try to pick someone up.
Alright, you never know, man. I try not to throw anybody away that it could be used that I like, you know. Throw a guy, you know, you gotta drop somebody to pick somebody up.
Right, but, I mean, you can tell from certain weeks, like, if someone's going to be viable or not, even if you like him or not. You know what I mean? Like, Teddy Ginn, he did pretty good, but then there was that chance that he wasn't even going to play, you know? And you have him, but you have the opportunity to pick someone else up, and the waiver wire is going to change, you might as well use it.
Ew, this looks like the stuff inside the Vex.
Whoa, kind of stuff.
It's called radiolaria. You know, mind fluid.
Ikora says it's an
Now,
organic
you know, Teddy Ginn did pretty good, but take me, for
for
example. Latavius Murray basically showed he's the third down, or the third position back, which is not going to get many carries. Right. You got McKinnon and you got Cook. So really, it would be in my best interest to drop Latavius in order to pick up, say, Cohen, if I can, who is the second back out of Chicago, right?
Yep.
So I might as well try to pick him up in case someone doesn't.
Yeah.
Just for the simple fact that, you know, waiver wires are going to reset anyway. Where
so
if I knew that they weren't going to reset, I wouldn't try to pick him up in case I need something later. You know, there's a little bit more strategy to it.
All right. So that's all fine and dandy, but as soon as Wednesday morning hits and the waivers get processed, you can pick up as many people as you want.
That's true, but
doesn't matter.
Usually it's that jump that gets it. You know, when someone goes down, you want to put in that waiver, and if you're at the top of the waiver, most likely you're going to get it. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I tell you, each week people get beat, hurt during the practice.
Right.
People get hurt on Thursday. People get hurt on Friday.
Right. That's the thing that's kind of the point I'm trying to get to is there's going to be people going down, and if I knew that my waiver wire was going to stay and I could move up to, say, the first waiver at some point for not picking anybody up, I might save it instead of just trying to pick someone up. And then, you know, maybe someone needed it, someone else needed it, you know? I don't know. Because I don't know what's going to happen. And guys get hurt all the time. But if I'm going to be constantly at the bottom, I'm never going to be able to improve mine. So I might as well try to pick up everybody that I possibly can at that point, instead of sitting back and waiting till I actually need them.
They are blocking your path to the Cade unit's teleporter. You will have to eliminate them.
I know. The 2 years that I won it, I picked up hardly nobody because nobody got hurt. And your best bet is to hopefully see nobody gets hurt. And you don't have to worry about nothing.
Yeah, I mean, obviously that's never want the players to get hurt. Those are the people that you pick. Those are the people you want to go with. But after I had got my full team and not even worried about like the actual backups really, I was just picking to pick because I knew that I was going to go on to whoever was left and usually pick up a person that was not drafted.
Right.
Instead of having to worry about, well, who do I got to draft now? Where's the best available and all that kind of stuff. I just, got mine done, what I needed to, and then just called it good. And especially for people, say, that aren't very good, they can use, like, Where has been dropped. I don't know if it's on someone else. Someone picked up Meredith for some reason on IR. Or Edelman. Those two guys, right? If you're not good, plan for next year and pick up those guys used as your keepers for next year.
Maybe somebody did.
No, they're still out there. Meredith's the only one for some reason that someone has on their IR. Or on their whatever it is.
That's
roster.
That's how Dave picked up Le'Veon Bell.
Right.
When he hurt his knee, he just happened to be the last person in the waiver wire, and he got to pick him up. Well, that's the way it goes. I mean, I put in for it. I was trying to get him, but it did not work for me.
Yeah, like I said, and that's fine. And if you use your waiver, I believe you should go down. So if I'm the last place person and I happen to use a waiver, I should be the last place person again.
This is the Vex teleporter?
Just a rolling, constant waiver, but that adds a little more strategy to the people that are winning.
All right, but once you make a claim, you go to the bottom, and you have to go
for that week.
For everybody, yeah.
Right, but it resets at the next week, so it didn't matter that you made that claim. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's.
Oh, there you are. I
thought maybe
got kicked. Where it would actually matter if you had a rolling waiver, whether you made a claim or not.
Hey, where are you?
Hey, you did it! You got me out! Ha! 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 Where am I?
Cade unit,
I thought you got DC'd.
Nope.
Welcome to the Exodus Black.
Behind me.
Where all your dreams come true.
Seems like you've met my new friends, Failsafe, and her evil twin, Failsafe.
Which is the evil one?
If I had feelings, they would be hurt.
And what do you have? 5 people or 6 people that go to the playoffs?
Yeah, half the league goes to playoffs.
Okay. So if you have, say, the top 6 that never get a chance to pick anybody up off the waiver wire, most likely the best team is going to win.
That's the point. The best team does.
But the best team throughout, most likely, not guaranteed, but most likely, because the other guys never had a chance to improve their team, right?
But if they're constantly at the bottom picking people up, they might not make the playoffs.
No, if they're constantly at the bottom, that means they've been scoring well and they've been winning.
Right.
Right. Which means they were never able to improve their team, and it's basically the team that drafted the best is the one that won.
Maybe.
I mean, most likely, hypothetically.
Usually a pickup on the waiver doesn't make or break somebody for the playoffs and win the league.
No, not it's not guaranteed to be that way. But there is that chance that, say, your weak spot was a running back, and a running back went down, and you were able to pick up the backup, being able to improve your team. Now that person that... I don't even know where we're going. Where are we going?
I don't know.
Here?
I suppose so.
Maybe that person that, was able to pick up that running back is now going to win the league because he was able to improve their team off the waiver wire.
I think you need to pick up this thing.
The arrow says up here. We got to go back to the ship, maybe? Is there a ship up here? Cade's broken down ship?
Uh-oh. Found Fallen's got the Vex in a tizzy, and by tizzy, I mean murderous rampage. I'll hunker down in the Exodus Black.
Here, but my hull is in 108 pieces. Decks 1 through 20 are buried, and
I
my
just think
cooling
having
system...
the rolling waiver also adds a little bit more strategy
I am
to
a
it.
mess. Oh, we know, Failsafe. We know.
I was
Oh.
hoping the Fallen and Vex would finish each other
That's a
off
big
on
son of a
Venus.
bitch.
But then you'd miss all the fun.
That is a really big Vex.
I wish I would have got a bike.
I told you.
I
Come
know.
back and pick it up.
I know. I heard you. Wish I would have done it.
Oh.
Are you shooting at the big guy?
Yeah. Disappeared.
Yeah, he moved back. The guys that keep respawning if he didn't move back, so threw a Nova Bomb at him.
Mm.
The Gate Lord's down. Hold on, Pete. We're on our way.
That's good to hear, because the Fallen just found us.
Activating defensive shield. The Cade 6 must stand back.
Hey, nice one, Failsafe. Fallen can't get to us now. That's right, though. They can't, right? Get to us.
Still got your bike? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you probably want to hustle. I think they just said something about ripping my beautiful horn off my face. My beautiful, beautiful horn?
Intruder alert.
It's us!
Can you get bikes in this game? Like
Yeah,
before?
I think you have to get through the story mode for the most part, though. You gotta
Okay.
buy them from the vendor. I don't know if there's one at the farm or not. There could be.
Look at all them guys coming down.
Guys lobbing shots over here. Lightning bug.
Hey, that fallen dropped something.
Pick that up.
Yeah, I got it. No, I didn't. There's a cannon. Got it? Alright.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any ammo to it, so keep that until it's gone.
You know where we gotta go?
Yeah, right back over where we were just at. Gotta kill a few people here.
You have saved us. Updating my crew log. New captain registered. Welcome aboard, Captain.
There's a box.
Hey, hey, down, down, down.
So it's true. The light found its way back to you. Not that I'm jealous or nothing, but take it easy out there, will you? You're making me look bad.
What, may we ask, were you going to do with a Vex teleporter?
Get up close and personal with Gull, put a bullet in his head, then maybe eat a sandwich. Gotta work out a few kinks first. Fun fact about the Vex tech. Not as intuitive as you'd think.
Cade, you can't do this alone.
Hell, I can't.
Even if you manage to kill Gaul, when the Red Legion leave a system, defeat or victory, they leave nothing behind.
The Cabal are bad guys who do bad things. Yes, I get it.
I'm sorry, but I do not think you do. The Cabal literally leave nothing behind. They have a weapon that can destroy a star, and it is pointed directly at our sun.
Hey, easy, easy. You're gonna blow a bulb.
Zavala has a plan. He needs you, Cade.
Yes, well, Zavala always says he has a plan, but sometimes he just... Wait. Zavala said he needs me? As in you heard those exact words coming out of Zavala's mouth?
Yes, we did.
Please tell me you recorded it! Well, did Akora at least hear it?
Actually, Zavala lost her after the city fell. We don't know where she is.
Io. Io, it's where she'd go to look for answers. Hey, thanks. Oh, you won.
Then we gotta go. Are we gonna finish off this planet and then go to the next planet? Io.
Yeah.
Online and ready.
Online and ready.
Access not possible without detection. Vex Hub XYJ890 scanned. Access possible. Noted for future exploitation.
Man, I got a lot of shit to do on here. Press and hold L2 to view your milestones.
Check-in. Ongoing process. Time for life of active Exodus Black systems. Result noted. Process continues.
Reach level 11 and complete mission something on IO. Guess our closest mission is the Exodus Sea. Fallen dude.
What's that?
Fallen guy. Just scampering around. I couldn't track him through my scope. I'm heading towards this mission.
I'm following you.
Or adventure, I guess it's called.
There's a cloaked fallen in your vicinity. Neutralize it. We need to confirm a theory.
Cloaked Fallen.
Let's go. It's reports.
Here somewhere. There he is over here.
We found something on the body. These are coordinates to the Exodus Black.
Indeed. We have reports that the Fallen plan to destroy Failsafe's mainframe and scrapper for parts.
There's another data
On
thing
our
over here,
watch.
Josh.
We're on our way, Failsafe.
Come.
Thank you very much. Continued existence is one of my prime directives. It was the Cade unit
Oh, this
who
is
led the
the,
Fallen to me. He
Um,
totally blew my cover. All of
resource
this
for
is
the
his
from the
fault.
planet. Is that what you're talking about?
I don't know, just like collect data.
think you gotta blow up like little scanners. See any? Yeah, shoot it.
Zavala, I'm picking up a fallen signal from a nearby cave. I think that's where they're getting their orders. How about we take out the leadership?
That's how you ended the House of Wolves. Do what you have to.
You gotta go this way.
I just wrecked all them guys.
I saw that. Your blade dancer? I don't know what it's actually called.
I don't know what it's called either. It's not really a blade dancer though. You can't like keep flying around or whatever with it, you know?
Bow staff dancer. Was this the thing that you saw?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the resource for the island, for the planet.
Uh-oh.
I'll do the event.
Yeah.
Public event instead of the adventure.
Did I kill this guy or something?
I don't know. Maybe. No, it's over here. The giant
The fallen
servitor.
are feeding on that servitor.
That is very bad news. Please stop them.
Spawn. Humans up here. I think he's got a shield though, so you gotta take out that other little mini servitor. This would be a lot easier if we had more people, huh?
Yeah. Getting smoked by Vex on the other side now.
Do you have a rocket launcher? Rocket launcher does a lot of damage to him.
No, I got a grenade launcher, man.
Oh, got wrecked. Can I get teleported? Oh, I get teleported to. Man. Yeah, these falling over here. Being a pain in the butt.
Oh shit.
Teleported?
There's a servitor like literally directly behind me.
Almost dead. A bit more. Oh, we didn't get it.
Yeah, go eat your ethers somewhere else and don't
Apparently
come
you
back.
win no matter what.
Don't worry, they'll definitely be back.
Want to get the trophy?
Alright then.
Back onto the adventure. Who's that big guy that you were fighting earlier? I think it's been some glimmer, I guess. Got max glimmer already.
Maxed out?
Yeah, it's like 10,000 or something like that.
Holy crap.
It's for all characters. So, not like one character got 10,000. All of the characters got 10,000 total. Bring this bike in here?
Maybe.
Faster.
Wow.
Wow is not a helpful term on the battlefield, Ghost.
So the fallen signal is coming from behind a massive barrier powered by Vex tech. Looks like they've stolen themselves a toy.
Made.
The exploders.
Oh.
The servitors drop little orbs that you gotta collect and put in.
Alright.
Kind of like that strike mission where you have to keep putting the orb in order to do damage to that eye thing.
Right.
Yeah, like that. All this does is just allows you to take the shield down.
Oh.
Floater, got you.
Yeah.
Coming.
You don't want to melee those exploders.
Bad idea.
It's an awesome idea at the time.
It was a reactionary idea. I think those servitors shield them too, so you really can't do any damage to them while they're dwelling. Drop some orbs of light or some whatever they are over here somewhere. Needed a super.
Now let's see who's been sending these Fallen to kill Failsafe and kill them back.
Like a giant Vex or whatever he is. Fallen dude. Need a translator. Nice to know what he's saying about us. Ouch. Yeah, grenade. Almost dead.
All right, I think we've got this taken care of. That Fallen crew won't be bothering you anymore, Failsafe.
Good work, all of
You have my thanks, friendly ghost. Captain, you are clearly optimized to solve problems.
Does your melee have like a
created by the
chain
K
lightning
unit.
effect?
That must be one of your
That's cool.
designated day-to-day functions.
Why does it get like electric?
Yeah, two people are electrified. What is this guy doing? Oh, he's just... Yeah, I saw you melee one and another guy that fell away from you. He was all electrocuted.
Yeah, it does like a little electrical damage.
Did I get anything good? 155 hand cannon.
Man, I got a 133 submachine gun.
Sidearm. Do I want a sidearm?
That's what I got right now. I don't really like it.
No. Okay. Where to next? Closest one looks like it's over by the Hollows, half the planet.
Where are we at?
We're right side, down towards the bottom corner, I guess. Exodus Black.
Exodus Black.
You have like a little green arrow with the circle around it.
Oh, that's me. It says fail safe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, not fail safe. That's like a little player icon in the banner. If you go down to the right, see like a green arrow with a little like compass looking circle around it.
Oh, mine's yellow. I got
Oh,
you.
okay.
Alright, so then looks like that one. Hack the Planet is the next one.
Yeah, I think we can fast travel to Artifact's Edge. It might be easier just to do the Unbreakable closer to the fast travel.
Oh, no fast travel there. I'll take a pistol. I'll be right back.
Alright.
Captain, Vex in your patrol area have upgraded their barrier technology to be impenetrable, using a new, unidentified energy source.
Oh, so you think you're gonna come in here and dig, do you?
What will stop them, I wonder? Nearby constructs have the data we need to locate a sample of this technology.
Unbreakable shield sounds bad. Let's take them apart.
Oh, that's those data things that I've been collecting, isn't it?
Yeah. Did you get credit for that? That event? No.
What did they
Probably
have
still
to
grab
go
the
and do
box
that
though.
for?
You're close enough to grab the
Do I
box.
trust the mischievous ghost with heavy machinery? Answer suppressed.
Requires event participation.
There was a gold treasure chest up here by this wreck at one point. Here's that stuff. Yeah, right here. Remember how there was like 5 of them on each planet?
Mm-hmm.
Tokens. Tokens and Glimmer. Yeah, we gotta do what? Collect data?
Collect 8 of those.
I just grabbed one. Didn't count?
Mm-mm.
Oh, we gotta get them from Vex. Did you get some too? Like it was like a double?
skim the
Yeah,
cores.
this counts as a
There's a
double.
weird
Yep.
energy spike nearby that might
Makes it
be
easier,
what
huh?
we're looking for.
I would be happy to analyze any samples you obtain. I need a life. Someone get me off this rock.
Now we need to collect energy spikes.
We just gotta go up here.
We've got
Kill
the
this
spike.
guy.
But there's a Minotaur here using those fancy shields.
The captain always finds a way.
So you gotta go into the little thing in order to take your shield off. Ouch. Maybe not. Take the shield off. There it goes. However you did it there.
I detect additional spikes nearby. We should collect them for analysis. Perhaps we can discover how they are producing it. And then blow them up.
The sidearm's kind of cool for like, you know, it's like a little semi-auto.
Right. It's like a handheld pulse rifle.
Right. Oh, you're faster than me now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I can't keep up. Can't keep up with you. Fast. That guy's got a bike.
Captain, additional energy pools overhead.
Gotta go jumping through trees. Treasure chest. Got it. Two more this way.
This is superb data. I have located one final set of fonts for you to collect.
Failsafe, this is turning into kind of a long walk.
Hey, at least you can walk. I live in a
Am I gonna
dilapidated
get there?
boat.
Yeah, made it. Ouch! 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 Stop it! Minotaur over here. Guessing that's who we have to
Still
kill, huh? Ball?
Yeah.
I'll kill him.
source and have pushed its coordinates to your tracker. I do not believe the Vex will want to give up their fancy shields. You're gonna have to make them.
What's with the bots being kind of annoying?
I don't know. It's like they're trying to be funny or something.
Right. But it is a wee bit over the top. Whoop. Looks like that other strike mission, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Are you using the sub?
Yeah. It's what the best one I got right now.
Yeah.
Not but good.
I do like how they give you exotics early in the game, though.
Yeah. I haven't got one.
Yeah, you got to pick one as a reward.
Oh. Some armor, yeah.
Yeah. I think that's kind of cool that they allow you to get a couple exotics, whatever, early in the game. So we gotta hit these white, whatever they are, and then kill Minotaur. We got to find the right one though. Figure.
How come
That
no
do it?
one of us gets it?
I don't know. Figure out. No, it's still got his shield up. There's like 3 of them around. We gotta hit all of them. There's one up top. Going for it. Got it. It's still up?
Yeah.
Oh, there's still another one over here. How do we do it? Okay, I think you gotta hit that white thing and then shoot his shield down. See a white thing. Step on it and then go shoot his shield. I don't see any. See any? Oh, there's one up here. Ready?
Yep.
Yeah, I got it. Your shield? Yeah.
Yes.
You pick it up?
I got one.
Okay. Guessing we gotta do it a couple more times, huh? Okay. Shoot this ball in the middle. in this car. Sniper up there. Kind of like how your guy like grabs onto the ledge and pulls himself up too.
Yeah.
Ball. Ball in the middle. Yeah. All right. Next round. Ready? Alright, I hit the little thing. Shields down. Down.
Failsafe. We can report those shields won't be a problem anymore.
Got
Nice
it.
catch.
The Vex Collective is reporting the same thing. Hopefully, they do not possess the resources to do this twice.
You go back through the portal?
Yeah.
I don't think you needed to.
I don't know where I gotta go.
Just fast travel back to the Artifact's Edge. The one right in the middle. There's another mission adventure right next to it. There's another public event going on too. Get in on. Almost done.
Oh, so you think you're gonna come in here and dig, do you?
What will stop
Or
them,
maybe
I
it's
wonder?
just starting. Oh! Got blowed up. Oh, the ticket. Good.
What did they have to go and do that for?
Do I trust the mischievous ghost with heavy machinery? Answer
I'll
suppressed.
take it. One more mission, or are we gonna call it good?
Nah, I'm gonna call it a night.
Alright.
It's almost midnight.
Cool.
But I'll be on tomorrow.
Alright, I think I got to
Ooh,
level
pulse rifle.
15 or so. Got another hand
Oh,
cannon.
level. I'm at a level 13. Ooh, a sniper rifle too. Like that.
I got a rocket launcher. 156 rocket launcher. Take it.
Alright, well, I'm up to power 134. Oh, I shot. Oh, you did that.
No, it wasn't me. I was in my inventory.
Oh.
Getting shot by guys over here. Alright, anyway.
Alright. Is there a
Alright,
safe spot
thanks,
we can
Jay.
go? Alright, not Broseph. I'll check you tomorrow.
Yep. Have a good one.
Yeah, you too.